But these old bucks, they've literally wore themselves out. And they're running everywhere, all over this ridge. But the little animals, they're trying to survive for winter. Welcome, friends. Welcome to the foothills of the Smokies. Another chapter of As the Ridge Turns here in East Tennessee. Now, it's a cold morning here. We've had some rain, but no snow, just cold rain. And after it rains, it usually gets cold at night. We've got down in the low 20s a few times. But anyway, hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving and are doing well out there. I know you've got snow. A lot of snow north of us, so stay warm and stay safe. But anyway, guys, the little animals is running wild here. These little bucks are. And the pond, it's got water in it, but you can't tell it. It's just covered with leaves. They're laying everywhere. So relax, take it easy, and let's see what these old bucks has been up to all week. They're dominating this ridge right now. Now the little does, a little herd of deer, they just browsing back and forth on these trails. It's their time of year. They just come and they go. And they used to lay down a lot, but I've noticed they're not laid much this week. The old bucks following them around won't give them a chance to lay down. They'd be laying right on top of them. That's just that time of year. You can see them. They just follow them around. They're not going to miss a thing. But that's nature here on the ridge. Big ones, little ones, it don't matter. They're searching. But these little animals are trying to fatten up still for winter. They're even eating leaves still off the tree. There's still plenty of acorns to be got. And the little yearling here, they're just about on their own. And the deer herd, these bucks are just keeping them moving, pushing them around. But they're still weary. And these bucks, they just following this little herd around, waiting on them does. All different types, all different sizes. They kind of comical to me. There's some nice ones, there's some small ones, there's some big ones too. They are on the move. Don't care if a camera's there or not. And you can see one down here in a thicket. Just biding his time and just pushing these does around, following them right on their trail. All through this ridge. But their time is here, and they ain't gonna miss it. These are just clips of what I've got on the camera, just a fraction of them. I couldn't show them all. They are really dominating this ridge, and these little animals trying to stay out of their way. There's some nice ones too. But down at the acorn pile, The little doe and the yearlings still trying to eat on these acorns, and there's still plenty of acorns to be had. And little ground squirrels are still out, getting what they can, storing them up. They're busy. And of course, old Mr. Gray Squirrel is. You can see the nuts under his leaves. There's plenty to got. It's just covered up with leaves. But they'll find them. They have a good time at it, too. Good close-ups of them. Ain't they beautiful? And down here at the salt lick that I keep year-round for years, the deer are always liking it. You can see them licking their lips. This keeps them healthy, a mineral block and a salt block year-round. But these old bucks know they're there too. They're always checking this spot. Always. And of course they get some too during the summer. But they got more things on their mind right now. But they got to get a lick here too. And down at the stump, there's a little yearling. Looks like that little button buck prowling around. And the birds. I've noticed a lot of birds been migrating south through here on the ridge. These are little robins. This place is full of them. But I haven't seen the thrush in a while. Maybe he's gone south. And the little squirrels, they got to take a break every once in a while. They go at it so hard. I don't know where he got this walnut. They'll find them somewhere. And they have a good time eating them too. And down to cut, they're always through here. And the deer through this little shortcut gap through the rocks. Even the herd comes through here, going to the fields. Coming and a-going. There's a buck going up the ridge. Now the camera at Ricky's little hole, the log, didn't work this week. But here at the tree, it's working. There's a buck. Just following these doe. Coming and going. Now here's a rare capture of a big old buck. Checking the doe sign out. And he just lays down right in front of the camera. What a perfect shot. Laid down here for a long time. I'll just show you a few clips of it. Just relaxing. He's wore out. Gets up and turns around too. He's got to take a break too. But he moves on. Rare capture of that. And up at the rock, I had a little bird sitting on the perch, coming and going. And the little does up here browsing too. They like leaves as much as they do acorns, looks like. And the little ground squirrels. They live under this rock too. So many different animals. But it's a quiet place now. Old Dirty Dan's taking a nap during the day. And there's little Ricky prowling around. He'll find him a nut. At the back door, there's a little wren. Yeah, and there's a robin. These little birds always prowling around. And that looks like old Ricky. He's looking for a walnut. But they're gone, Ricky. And that is a shadow of a buck. And how do you know that? See that rack just passed through the shadow of it? That was a buck. And down at the pond, a lot of squirrels enjoy this place too when they can. And the turkey, this is the only place I've been filming them. They just one right after another walking in front of the camera. But they're still here, the big flock. They just ain't stepping in front of the camera. This happened until a tree limb in the wind blowed down in front of the camera, so that was it for them pictures. But on the other camera, here's little birds, sparrows, enjoying the afternoon. Weeds are gone, ain't they? And the little squirrels, yeah, here prowling in it too. Until old Stub, the cat, runs him off. And there's a little young buck passing through in the background. But come dark, we know who the masters of the ridge are. The coon. They're into everything. What's going on tonight? Don't matter if it's a windy night, rainy night, they're on the move. And they'll find something to get into. And there's an old coyote. They just doing their thing too, chasing these animals around, following them around, just waiting to grab one of them. The old bucks, this is their dominant time, night or day. And there's some nice ones on this ridge too, all different racks. So far I haven't filmed no big desperate fight yet. Maybe I will before they disappear. Well, they just come and go. Don't matter what time of day or night it is. They're not going to miss them does. And they even resort to their old tricks of leaving their scent for them does. Look at this. Rare captures to catch stuff like that. But that's nature. And they're smelling too. Here's one. He just puts his nose to the air. Which way should I go? Nose, nose. There at the stump, there's the only possum I filmed this week. The old coon, he's climbing across the stump. And here is a bobcat. How do you know that? Look at the white on the back of its ears. That's the sign of a bobcat. Looks like a young one. You can see the back of its ear right there is white. And you can see its tail here when it goes over. That's a little young bobcat. Ain't they pretty? And here's a screech owl. Not a hoot owl, a little screech owl. Ain't he pretty? He's looking for a field mouse, sitting up on the stump. Rare to capture that too. Down at the cut, all I filmed was old no-tail coming down it. And at the tree, there's the big old bucks down there too at night. Checking that sign out. Smelling. Where's them does? He's gonna make him a little scrape here. And he moves on. But another one just comes by him too. And there's old No-Tail. This is his usual stop year-round. And up at the rock, there's a little coon up on the perch. And here's what surprises me. On a cold night, he's going up under that rock. What room you going in? And behind, there's a skunk that the front camera didn't film. There's all kinds of animals here. These cameras don't pick up half of what's really here. They don't trip them off. And the old coon coming through the back door. And up on the ridge, the old coons is always here. That's just part of their routine on their way to the pond. The little animals have slowed down a little bit. Of course, it might be because of these old bucks. They're on every trail, every part of this ridge. They ain't gonna miss them does. And down at the pond, how that tree limb blocked that out at night, so I had to remove that. But on the other camera, plenty of action. Does are down here, the whole herd. Just relaxing, taking it easy, till something runs them off. And they leave their scent down here too, I know they do. Because the old bucks is here looking at them. Watch them, they leaving their scent too. Different size ones too, the big ones, the little ones. Now here's a rare glimpse at the pond of an old big buck. He's just gonna sit down and take a break. Turns around too and lays back down. Ain't he beautiful? Just taking it easy. Till the old coyotes come in here and run them all off. That'll get them moving, them coyotes will. But after they're gone, the old coons are back. There's old No-Tail at the pond. They're always here, if the coyotes will let them get in here. And come dawn, another day unfolds. Big bucks is just doing their thing. And so are the does. Cold morning. And so is the little squirrels. They're up early, all of them, hitting these ridges. Just starting their day. Of course, these bucks, they're night or day right now. But that'll change here in a little while. They'll disappear. But it's time for the little squirrels. They're here all the time. Just trying to get ready for winter. Having a good time. Find that nut. Ain't that comical? Well, guys, that's just what stepped in front of the cameras this week. The bucks is dominating everything, but that won't last long. But anyway, guys, take care. Hope you enjoy these videos. God bless every one of you, and I'll see you next time.